see who's able to set down a quick time here in warm-up. Those joining us on YouTube just missed qualifying. Justin Madigan able to undercut Ryan Honeycutt. That was not intentional. With less than a minute in qualifying, goes to the top of the board, doesn't give Honeycutt a chance to respond. Honeycutt looking to get back-to-back poles there, but about to settle for second here tonight. Before we get rolling, go ahead and take a quick moment and thank some of our sponsors. Starting with Maconie Setup Shop and Maconie Entertainment, www.maconiesetupshop.com, the home for setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, event promotion, and more on the iRacing service. Subscriptions available for as low as $8 per month in the official setup shop of eNASCAR. Great guys over there at Maconie Setup Shop. I believe they have a first month free trial going on over there at MaconieSetupShop.com. Also, the Tier 1 Truck Series sponsor. Easy Day Bot. Stream smarter, chat better, and grow the community with the Easy Day Bot. This innovative Twitch and Discord bot takes interaction to the next level, keeping your audience engaged and connected. Don't just stream, build a community with the Easy Day Bot. And Admin Box. Admin Box is built by iRacers for iRacers for use in league and hosted races. The goal: make race control as easy as possible. Each Admin Box connects via USB and features pre-programmed commands. That means no key binding needed for race control. The Admin Box community is made up of over 150 leagues and has many members that all have a common mission to run nice, clean races and help each other out. Wrap Surgeon. Need a fresh look for your ride or your brand? Wrap Surgeon has you covered. From stunning car paints to eye-catching logos, we'll make your vision come to life. Wrap Surgeon, where creativity meets precision. A new sponsor here for the Tier 1 Truck Series and Tier 1 Racing. You guys, a whole Cash Customs 3D printing. Need custom 3D printing? Check out Cash Customs 3D printing. From trophies to unique designs, they'll bring your ideas to life with precision and creativity. Support a small business and see their amazing work on Facebook today. Cash Customs 3D printing. Also, you can catch Christopher Cash, the driver of the 69 Cash Customs truck, in action night, rolling off 17th. Tier 1 Studio, looking to broadcast your races, your events in style. Tier 1 Studio has you covered with professional quality production and a passion for excellence. We'll bring your events to life. Tier 1 Studio, where champions are showcased, and we're going to be showcasing one here in 13 weeks' time, looking for the first champion of the Tier 1 Truck Series. In the Tier 1 Racing League, fuel your passion for racing with Tier 1 Racing League. From intense battles on track to exciting championship payouts, this is the ultimate destination for iRacing enthusiasts. Tier 1 Racing League, where the action never stops. And then Tier 1 Merch Store. Check out our merch store over at streamlabs.com/tier, the #1 studio/merch. For awesome gear show support, don't see what you want, we'll create custom items just for you. All profits go directly towards the league, helping us keep the action alive. Shop now, rep Tier 1 Racing League in style. So you can go find those last two links there if you need. Tier, the #1racingleague.com, has all the information for all of the Tier 1 Racing League series and broadcast. They have the Truck League that you're watching here tonight. They have the Legends League tomorrow, and then they have the Xfinity League every Wednesday night. The Xfinity League in the heat of a regular season battle, get ready to go in their off week before starting the playoffs. So they will go to Milwaukee this week and Michigan next week, and then to catch the Legends tomorrow at Langley for a 60-lap dash there. So we do apologize for any technical difficulties at the beginning of the stream. We're going to blame the very shoddy connection here from Richmond, Virginia. So the field getting ready to grid up your final seconds from the warm-up. Drivers able to get tuned in for the race. Mentioned 150 laps, 112 miles. Have 3 sets of tires in the pits, 1 faster pair, 2 green, white checkered. Restart should be on green. I'm sorry, on the restart zone. That sounds correct. Double checking myself here. Yes, we do have the restart zone enabled. So the Tier 1 Racing Leagues do have different rules. So the stages tonight, 38, 75, and 150. So the longest run of the night will be that final 75 lap dash to end the race. Bit of a way this format works: 13 race season, 9 regular season races, 3 round of 8, and championship race. But tonight, One driver trying to win their way into that playoffs that start in a couple of months from now. But it's going to be Justin Madigan getting his first pole of the season, able to beat Ryan Honeycutt there. Driver took home the pole last week at Daytona, but went back-to-back, not able to do so. Eddie Baker lines up third. Dakota Ramsdell in fourth. Jeff Nair in last week's winner. Great qualifying effort and a great pickup from practice. He's going to roll off fifth here tonight. Jordan Berube there in sixth. Just less than a tenth off of your pole time. Ricky Gonzalez from Texas rolled off seventh. Kevin Coleman there in eighth. Austin Wheeler in that Smoky Mountain Motors number 4. Going to be rolling off ninth. And John Garrett had a great run going last week. Got shuffled out in the last lap, able to rebound for a top 10. He's going to start 10th here tonight. Scott Promotion in 11th. Greg Wood, though, rounding out your top 12. Chris Cornett there in 13th. Scott Milken to his outside. Sorry, Scott Milken there in 13th. Chris Cornett to his outside in 14th. Cameron Craighead in 15th. Caleb Collins in 16th. Christopher Cash at Cash Customs. Check them out throughout this race at 69 truck. Rolling off 17th. Zach Woods in 18th. Wes Fuller in 19th. Cody Mitchell in 20th. Then the 21st driver is going to be Wes Wiegand there in that one. Jared Hayes in 22nd. Matt Erickson in 23rd. Daniel Worthington in 24th. And their final starters here tonight going to be Bill Sleep in 25th. Alan Marshall 26th. Christian Light in 27th. Jared Collin in 28th. Brandon Johnson 29th. Dakota Shepard in 30th. Eric Dillingham in 31st. And their one driver not taking time tonight, 32nd, Ronald Ramsdell. That's a 32-car field here from Richmond as field gets the one. The green lights off on the pace car. Get ready to rock, roll, and rumble. Justin Madigan, slow rolling 50 miles an hour. Green should be on the green here. They'll have the option to go in the restart zone later in this race. It's tonight 38, 75, and 150. It's a pleasure to have you with us. And the race from Richmond Raceway, race number 2, is underway as Justin Madigan pulling away side by side for now, but able to clear Ryan Honeycutt going into turn 1. 84, that's Eddie Baker trying to get in line behind these two. That's Honeycutt able to bring momentum on the high side. Looking high, and Madigan not able to get clear yet. Get the drive off. It's side by side for second behind him. Ryan Honeycutt there side by side with Eddie Baker as the yellow flag, the first yellow flag is out. We will not be taking shots for every caution tonight, just saying. Replay coming up. Look and see what happened. Looking at Caleb Collins in the 72 truck. He's that black and silver truck way high up by the wall. See what happened here. Going into turn 3, the 48 to his inside. That's Cameron Craighead. Another 69 and Christopher Cash just goes high and wide as they're going to start wrecking in front of him. That's a 3 truck of Scott Milken in the 87 there getting in the wall as Caleb Collins nowhere to go, nothing you can do. That was Chris Cornett, he slides in 2. Heavy hit. So first caution of the night. Hopefully our last.
Your Twitch and Discord experience to the next level? Introducing Easy Daybot, your ultimate bot for seamless interaction. Whether you're live on Twitch or chatting on Discord, Easy Daybot's dynamic responses open up a whole new world of possibilities. Engage with your community like never before through unique prompts, custom reactions, and endless fun. It's the bot that understands you. Make every day an Easy Day download now at easydaybot.com.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, Makoni.
We now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at McConeySetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Makoni Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Welcome to the Tier 1 Racing League, where precision, competition, and innovation come together to create the ultimate iRacing experience. Every race, every battle, and every moment in T1TS, T1L, T1X, and special events is brought to you by Tier 1 Studios, the premier destination for professional high-quality broadcasts. Tune in and experience racing like never before. Explore everything we have to offer at Tier1RacingLeague.com. From race schedules and standings to event galleries and league signups, it's all there at your fingertips. Join the competition, watch the action, be part of the legacy. Tier 1 Racing League, where champions are made.
Joseph Madigan picks the outside. Choose rule is in effect for the Tier 1 truck here presented by Makoni Setup Shop. So your leader, restarting from the high lane, Eddie Baker chooses down low. Honeycutt in line behind him. Jordan Berube there in fourth. And then Jeff Nairn in fifth. As the green flag is back out for the second time here tonight. Madigan pulls away from Eddie Baker and Honeycutt. Biggest gap he's had this race. 7 of 1, 50 down, 30 to go in the stage. As we look at the run, Madigan's going to get here on corner exit. Honeycutt side by side. And Eddie Baker, big bobble from the 84, able to hang on to it, keep it going straight. Going to lose third low to the 22 of Berube. What a save. That's Joseph Madigan, the man on the mission, pulling away. See the side-by-side battle back there inside the top 10. It's a hornet's nest back there. It is getting crazy. It's getting Miss Daisy. A little bit hazy for Greg Wood, 67. Looking inside of Ricky Gonzalez in the 7. Greg Wood trying to precisely cut his way up through this field. The rap surgeon himself, as he's going to get dive bombed from Austin Wheeler in the 4. He's wheeling, he's dealing. And work his way up from that negative gain on the initial opening laps there for Wheeler. Started 9th and fell outside the top 10. One driver though on the move, it's Wes Fuller in the 35. Started 19th up to 13th, up 6 spots already. Definitely got a bit of a hornet's nest going on in front of him. The driver from Nebraska City. Number 35 Gutter Pro Pixelized race cars machine. Looking back up front. See the gap there for Joseph Madigan, about 5-6 truck lengths over second place of Ryan Honeycutt. Berube in line in third, and behind them, it's Eddie Baker and Dakota Ramsdell there. Looking at Eddie Baker now in the 84, behind him, the 83 of Ramsdell. The driver from Paradise. Doesn't want you to know much about him. Looking at Cody Mitchell now in the 44. Big fan of Tits, Tier 1 Truck Series. Favorite Tier 1 Racing League if you ask him, I'm sure. And Christopher Cash, a Cash Customs 3D printing machine. Not the white car. The white car does look pretty good, but it was at number 69. And John Garrett, we do have to advise you that is not a recent picture of John Garrett. The picture is probably older than most of the drivers in this field. I didn't even think about that. That picture is older than most of the drivers in this field. Not to make the drivers feel old. John Garrett, a lot of experience in the real world. Raced street stocks and a lot more there throughout Texas, and recently competed in the ARCA Menard Series full-time a couple years ago, looking to get back up to the ARCA Menard Series. I would love to get beat by John a couple more times. That's looking at last week's winner, Jeff Nairn in the 19. Currently running in the 6th position there, behind the 83 of Dakota Ramsdell. Eddie Baker had a bit of a bobble there from second, held back to fourth. And drivers do have some sets of tires in the pit, 3 of them if they need it. Only a couple drivers came down that last caution. That was Caleb Collins and Chris Cornett, the 2 drivers with damage. So I don't think they actually took tires. Looking at this battle for 15th Zachary Woods, the main focus in that number 6 truck. He was a contender last week. Currently running in the 15th position. He's got Christopher Cash trying to cash in behind him. And Christian Light behind that 44 Cody Mitchell. Light trying to move into the top 10. One of their bigger movers of the night. Started way back in 27th, up 6 spots. Trying to move up 7. Meanwhile, Scott Milken, the driver that's not one of the biggest movers, maybe their biggest loser, down 12 positions since the start of the green flag in that W number 3. Beautiful looking truck. I'm more of a Celsius guy myself, but I'll have to give him credit for that truck. Going below the yellow line there. So very aggressive entry for Scott Milken. Maybe that's why he's losing some time. Ricky Gonzalez, though, this is a battle inside the top 10, the battle for 7th. Looking at double zero, that's Kevin Coleman, Gonzalez in the 7, Greg Wood in the 67, and Austin Wheeler in the 4. Those drivers trying to sort it out, looking like a knife fight in a phone booth. So we're less than 20 laps now from stage number 1 ending. That stage ending on lap 38. So everyone's going to be good on fuel. No green flag pit stops planned tonight. As one driver, though, seems to have taken it to the garage. As Ronald Ramsdale takes the garage, a caution flag comes out. Actually, Ramsdale never even saw the green flag, I believe. Ramsdale never saw the green flag. As Tier 1 Studio replay. See what happened. Currently looking at the number 13, the all-black truck of Daniel Worthington. Bit of an issue and gets slammed into from behind the 87. Nowhere to go. So see what happened here, because this is crazy. It almost looks like he had a mechanical issue. Gets sent up the track. Oh, yeah, by the 82. And slammed into by the 87. The 82, that's Alan Marshall. Here comes the 87 of Cornette. Heavy damage on both of those trucks. As the all-black truck of Daniel Worthington. This is all black on my screen. Not all black on your screen. So one of us needs to fix trading paint. But it's a beautiful green truck on your screen. Justin Madigan, your leader since the drop of the green flag. Ryan Honeycutt has not been able to answer. See if he comes down pit lane. Bit of a strategy call, possibly. They come down now, stay out at the stage. Or if we get a caution before the stage, and it can really throw them for a curve, as no one in your top 5 are going to stay out. No one in your top 10 are going to stay out. I must be a terrible crew chief for these guys don't feel like throwing it all away. So choose next time by. We'll choose across start finish line. Do want to give a shout out to our new race control tonight, Brian LaPratt. Stepped up to make sure we had a race control going forward for the majority of the Tier 1 racing leagues. So far, we're getting our money's worth, and he's getting his money's worth of the admin box. So the Tier 1 Legends catch the action tomorrow night at Langley. 4th race of the season, 60 lap race there. Previous winners this season have been Ryan Bosley, Todd Byer, and Eric Sellers. Won last week at Nashville after an eventful green-white checkered. I don't think any of those drivers in attendance here tonight, actually, but Tier 1 Legends always put on a great show. They can catch the action here on the Tier 1 studio tomorrow night at 8:45 Eastern. So, Madigan chooses outside. And there seems to be a restart violation for the 83 Dakota Ramsdale. I'm gonna give him a freebie this time. Wasn't quite clear, so driver in 3rd gets a lucky break for now. Green flag is back up for Joseph Madigan, your leader, your dominator, and Napa Auto Parts number 76 machine. He's been the man to beat all night. He's basically got it on cruise control as Honeycutt gets as close as he's been this race. 51, sniffing off the back bumper of Madigan, trying to smell what he ate for dinner. Madigan able to carry some momentum into turn 3. Honeycutt sends it, not quite able to carry the same speed through the corner. Madigan going to get the drive off. Eddie Baker moves there into 3rd. Ruby, Ramsdale, your top 5. And see the Hornets nest back there inside the top 10. They're trying to sort it out. Austin Weir in the 4. In the middle of this battle here, John Garrett to his inside. Greg Wood in front of him, and Gonzalez there to his inside now in the 7. So this is a battle where you're in a position you don't want to be in if you're John Garrett. You already know where you can go. You can't go outside. You can't go inside. They're side by side in front. You're just kind of got to hope they sort it out and they take a lane and got to stick with it. A bit of contact to come off the corner between the 4 and the 7 of Wheeler and Gonzalez. And that's how you got to sort out. You got to get aggressive. You got to lean your elbows out. You got to make the moves happen. They're not going to give it to you. You got to work for it. The yellow flag is out for the 3rd time tonight. Looking back in the pack as field starts to check up. So the Tier 1 studio currently looking at the 28 of Matthew Erickson there on the Rain X machine. See what happened. Got the 24 of Brandon Johnson behind him, and Johnson might send it in a little too deep here. And he does, right in the left rear of Erickson. Sends Erickson around, sliding backwards up the track. The 24 DuPont Premier painting the left rear of Erickson there. And Erickson does a great job at burning the rears, lighting them up, and staying off of the wall. So what a nice little save there from Matthew Erickson. Was running inside the 27. Looking back up front, Justin Madigan leading every single lap. Some drivers pitting. Ryan Honeycutt from 2nd. Caleb Collins from inside the top 15. Jared Cowan back there. And Bill Sleep. Your Ford trucks all coming down, getting service. I mentioned get a caution right before the stage. Might throw a pit strategy call out there. I must not be as bad as a crew chief as I thought I was. There goes the 26. About beat Honeycutt out. That was Jared Collin. I think they might give the spot to the 26 actually. So the move here for Ryan Honeycutt in the 51. And you're running 2nd. You can't beat Madigan on pace. You're going to need some help. Caution comes out and 5 or 6 laps after the green flag. You save your tires. You cycle back up to the front when everyone pits for the stage caution. Then just try and hang on and hope for the best. So Ryan Honeycutt throwing some strategy out there, trying to turn around a disastrous week at Daytona after setting quick time and starting on the pole. Trying to make up some points with the stage call. See, a lot of drivers throughout a season, this is a fairly short season, only 13 weeks, I believe, in total. But you see a lot of drivers that will make up points through a whole season. They might not finish great, but they'll run great in the stages. And you'll see them points their way into the playoffs that way. Honeycutt doesn't want to worry about it. He wants to just win and be in, and he can sleep off the next 7 weeks if he has to. So Madigan has chosen the outside the last couple of choose opportunities. Looking like he might choose outside again, and he does. Lights are off on the pace car, coming to 1 to go, so it'll be about a 5-lap dash to the stage. There's Eddie Baker there to his inside. So it'll be Madigan and Baker on the front row. Saying a lot of eventful races coming up on the schedule. Las Vegas next week. Bristol is going to be a fun one to watch. February 10th. Chicagoland, Martinsville, Auto Club, and then Talladega right before your season finale at IRP, the regular season finale, before we get in the playoffs. But still a long time to go before we get there. Just Madigan. When we lead in the field of the green here, 5-lap dash to lap 38. That's the stage, and Madigan is away. Leads field into turn 1, side by side behind him. It is, I don't want to say it's a hornet's nest, but it's a pack of hungry hippos all trying to pick up some stage points, pick up some positions. Field hurling into turn number 3. Eddie Baker is close up to Madigan. He might be able to get a shot to win the stage here. He's running out of time though. The 22, that's Jordan Berube, enters the podium for the first time tonight. Last time by, it's Eddie Baker, just a hundredth slower than Madigan. He doesn't have the speed to close up, but we would hang on a second. Looking behind him, Kevin Coleman in the zero. As one driver low and slow. It looked like the 26 of Jared Collin is. The 26 of Jared Collin low and slow on the apron. No caution is out for that. I'm not sure what happened to Collin. Cameron Craighead here in the 48 trying to hold off John Garrett and Christopher Cash. He's got Gonzalez to his outside in the 7. This has been a battle all night long. Also the battle for 10th. Trying to get as many stage points as they can here. 3 laps remaining in the stage. John Garrett, bit of a bobble there for him. Goes a little bit lower than would have liked. Stuck inside the 69 at Christopher Cash. Washes up a little bit trying to get the diamond line. Austin Wheeler in front of him, wheeling and dealing with Jeff Nairn, last week's winner at Daytona. Side by side going into turn 1. That's 6-7 of Greg Wood Jr. in front of them. Trying to move inside the top 5 if he can. Couple spots shy of it. Bit of a bobble. Coming to the white flag in the stage. So Ricky Gonzalez, bit of wall contact. Side by side with Christopher Cash. John Garrett thought about taking it 3 wide. White flag is out for the stage. Joseph Madigan trying to get his first stage win of the season in the 76 machine. Has led lap flag to flag. Joseph Madigan through 3 and 4. Off of turn 4 for the first time. You're going to see a green checkered flag. As the rest of the field cycles on through behind him. Eddie Baker in 2nd. Jordan Berube 3rd. Kevin Coleman 4th. Dakota Ramsdell 5th. Greg Wood Jr. 6th. Jeff Nairn 7th. Austin Wheeler 8th. Cameron Craighead 9th. And Ricky Gonzalez rounds out your top 10 in a heated battle there with Christopher Cash and Gonzalez. So now this one, the field's going to cycle through. Ryan Honeycutt drove up to 19th after starting all the way back in 30th. So as this field pits, Honeycutt will move his way up, presumably into the lead. So pit lane, I don't think it's open this time. It is! They fooled me, as Madigan leads a full field of trucks, hungry for some tires and thirsty for some fuel, and expect the 51 there. He goes by that black truck of Ryan Honeycutt, stays out. So he pitted the caution for 8 laps to go. So his tires not as bad as you think. He should be able to go out here and hang on. One driver does stay out with him as well. That's Cody Mitchell. Last pitted the caution before Honeycutt, Caleb Collins also stays out in the 72. So 3 drivers all stay out here. They've all pitted at some point during the stage. And the 26 of Jared Collins as well. He had a bit of an issue there during that run. So Greg Wood with a 7-second pit stop, 2 tires. Ricky Gonzalez, 2 tires for that 7 truck as well. They'd be off Joseph Madigan, Eddie Baker, and Jordan Berube off pit road. Wes Wiegand and Wes Fuller. Also 2 tire calls for them to start inside the top 10 here. So a lot of strategy calls. Some drivers staying out after pitting earlier. Some drivers taking 2 tires. Some drivers taking 4. Fastest 2 tire stop goes to Zach Woods on the 6 with a 6-second pit stop, 6.85. So fuel should not be an issue here tonight. Don't expect green flag pit stops. At least not anytime soon. So stage now is going to be the 75. That's going to be 35 laps or so from now, and then that 75 lap run to end the race. So Choose coming up here. See where Ryan Honeycutt chooses, goes high. Thought about going low. Thought better of it. So it will be Ryan Honeycutt and Caleb Collins on your front row. So Honeycutt, kind of the 44, Cody Mitchell in line behind him, Greg Wood as well. Ricky Gonzalez in the 7th, Madigan there, and will be the first car on 4 tires. See what happens on Honeycutt's older tires, older rubber. Green flag is out. Honeycutt leads the field for the first time. A big bobble from the 72 Collins. A big stumble there, tripped over himself. It's going to give Honeycutt a comfortable lead going into turn 1. Ron Driver looking low for second. The 6-7 of Greg Wood. Not quite able to get there as they're going to have a huge bobble, and Eddie Baker's going to bake his way there. 3 wide coming off of turn 2. Falls back right in line behind Greg Wood and the 44 of Cody Mitchell. There's Joseph Madigan trying to move his way back into the lead here. First laps not led by Madigan. Go to Ryan Honeycutt under green. Madigan on those 4 fresh tires, splitting Greg Wood and Mitchell. Looking like a pack of hungry hippos, and Madigan is the hungriest of them all. Picks off 3 cars just like they're standing still. Moves up to 3rd, running down Caleb Collins in 2nd. Nothing between him and Collins except clean air. As we got the 82 stopped up by the wall. That's Alan Marshall. I think he's able to get it towed as the caution flag does come out. Got one driver rolling slow on the exit of turn 4. I believe that's 79. Tier 1 studio coming up. So we did not throw the caution for Alan Marshall. He was able to get it out of the way, but we did throw the caution for this incident here for the driver in 29th. At the time, Eric Dillingham spins up into the outside wall, rolls down the track, and not able to get it refired quite yet. And the field at this point is trying to get it going, and about drove into him as West Weekend. Flex Motorsports number 1 machine decides he's going to do some lawnscaping. Yeah, he definitely got some help from the 48 there. Bit of left rear action turns him through the infield grass. And no damage for him, shouldn't have to pit for that. But does move down the running order. Jared Collin getting the lucky dog. We'll get a lap back and get moved on to the lead lap. So see that loose rubber up there by the track. We're talking about it in the beginning of the show in case you missed it. That's called the marble. It's little black specks there right by the wall. You see the darker rubber down low and kind of towards the middle portion of the track. That's where drivers want to run. That is where rubber is in the track. That's the grip. You want to run there. You want to have all 4 tires in that darker part of the track. That's the fast thing to see guys there most of the night. That loose rubber, the black specks up by the wall, those are the marbles. That's rubber that's on the track. You pick that up, they're going to hit the wall, they're going to spin out, they're not going to have a good time. So you're looking for the rubber that's in the track, not on the track. And as we continue throughout tonight, more and more rubber will be laid in the track and more rubber will be laid on the track. So you're going to have to kind of work your way into that groove if you want to use it. You can't just jump up out there and make it work. Coming around to start lap 50, so 1/3 of the way almost through this one. Ryan Honeycutt leads over Collins and Joseph Madigan on those 4 fresh tires. Choosing Honeycutt goes high and wide. 72 of Collins there. He's looking to his inside. Behind him, I believe Madigan chose the outside. He did. Behind Ryan Honeycutt. So he'll have the outside advantage. These fast guys love starting on the outside. Don't know if it's getting the jump or getting the arc into the arc. We're building an arc. They're getting the arch into the corner. It's going to be Collins and Honeycutt trying to fin, trying to hold off Eddie Baker and more importantly Joseph Madigan from the outside lane. Watch that 76 work his way through these final 2 drivers. Honeycutt leads the field into turn number 1. Side by side behind him, about 3 car length gap. Side by side for second. Madigan able to get the spot over Collins, no issues there. And Madigan, the man to beat, running down Ryan Honeycutt. Looking battle for 4th 22. Jordan Berube and Caleb Collins. Side by side, coming off a turn 2. Multiple rows back, multiple rows deep. Collins still trying to sort it out on the outside. One driver sending a deep dive. That's a 48. Cameron Craighead not able to get any spots from it. Able to carry the momentum though throughout the corner. Looking to maybe pick off that 00 of Kevin Coleman or the 83 of Dakota Ramsdell. As the 00 is going to get loose, Kevin Coleman around, comes back up the track, gets to the number 4. There goes Jeff Nairn as well. We've got a parking lot here at Richmond. Caution flag comes out, 35 slims into it. Christopher Cash involved. And just like that, the Buc-ee's parking lot. Okay, Kevin Coleman was the initial cause of the incident. Got loose coming off of turn 2, side by side. Look at see what happened. Battle for the 8th spot that gets loose. Overcorrects, comes back up in the track, collects a 4. At this point, it all goes downhill. The 82 just comes flying in here. Here there was a sale, fire sale, and torn up bumpers. He said, I want to be a part of that. And multiple trucks with heavy damage. So they do have a fast repair if they need it. But looking at the list, and it is a long list. Northeast coming down to get repairs. Jeff Nairn, Zach Woods, Chris Cornett, Kevin Coleman, Dakota Shepard, Austin Ware, Jared Hayes, Wes Fuller, Jared Collin, Daniel Worthington, Kristen Light, Wes Wiegand, Eric Dunham, and Alan Marshall. So almost half the field involved in the big one here at Richmond. To go short track racing, you have incidents like that. Normally not quite that big though. So for the 2nd week in a row, we've had a massive pile up. We got the 4 of Austin Wheeler driving off pit road. Going to be leading this field of damaged race trucks. Some are coming down, taking out fast repair. Others not so fortunate. That's actually Eric Dunham stayed out. My apologies on that one. But now it's going to be Ryan Honeycutt and Joseph Madigan up front. Side by side, or see if Madigan chooses to restart on the outside. As the pit road cars trying to beat the field off the violation cone there, that green cone. You gotta beat the pace car as before they cross it, or else you'll get a in the line penalty. So everyone does a good job at avoiding penalty there. See where Joseph Madigan, the 76, goes. Has fresh rubbers and Ryan Honeycutt, fresher tires that is. CB wants to go on the inside, try and jump the gun and go side by side in the turn 1 with Honeycutt. CB chooses the outside, tries to carry the momentum through 1 and 2 and make the pass going into 3 and 4. Choosing this time by as Honeycutt looking to go low. CB puts a crossover shot for Rue. He does. Going high. That's going to open the door for Madigan. As Madigan, I believe, chooses the outside behind him. He does. Eddie Baker going to happily take that inside spot. We're starting 2nd with Jordan Berube. And we 2nd car on the inside. So if you're watching over on Twitch or YouTube, well, you can watch on the other platform as well. Tier 1 Studio on Twitch and on YouTube. Feel free to watch on whatever your preferred platform is, and I think sometimes we even stream on X. Space car is off. Honeycutt leading over Baker. Baker, bit of a bobble, able to get side by side with Honeycutt going into turn 1. close as anyone has been to challenge. Bit of contact. Honeycutt gets moved up the track. Baker trying to slide his way on through. Make way for the 84 of Eddie Baker. He's getting his elbows out. He's leaning them out. He's shoving Honeycutt all the way up the track, side by side for third behind him. Eddie Baker trying to lead the lap, and he's going to do it. Madigan in line with Honeycutt, pushing Honeycutt into turn 1. The 22 for Ruby off the back bumper of Baker. 4 cars under a blanket going for the lead here. Lap 60 of 150. Do you think it was lap 149? Baker side by side with Honeycutt, making more contact. If they aren't, they are inches from it. As Honeycutt able to get the advantage coming off of turn 4 and lead that time by. 3 wide for third. Eddie Baker stuck in the middle as the yellow flag comes out. Madigan able going to narrowly get the second spot advantage there. Eddie was the man on a mission. Looking at the green and black number 13 of Daniel Worthington. Second incident tonight for him. Goes into turn 3, just gets loose, spins out by himself, and the 46 hard into the pit barrel is there. Trouble for Jared Hayes. Heavy hit. This one made me jump. I haven't seen an incident like this in a while. These barrels normally filled with sand in real life. They are hard as concrete here on iRacing. So he's in line behind Jeff Nairn. Sees the 13 spin, goes to check up. Nowhere to go, and able to get it pretty even with the doors. No suspension damage or motor damage there. There are a couple of drivers coming down pit lane. Jeff Nairn, Jared Collin, Kevin Coleman, Chris Cornett, Scott Milken, Jared Hayes, Wes Fuller, and Alan Marshall. So Eddie Baker, we start on the inside, got his elbows out, got his hands dirty. Able to lead a lap, falls back to third though at the time of the caution, but able to build a run if that caution didn't come out. He pitted on the same lap as Joseph Madigan. So they both are in pretty fresh, pretty level rubber. A little bit fresher compared to Ryan Honeycutt. You see the stint length there, about 9 lap advantage to Madigan and Baker. Look at the Austin Wheeler 4 machine as well. Hit it a couple laps ago. I think it was more for damages rather than tires though. Although he's moved up into that 15th spot. Honeycutt though, getting laps led. Something he wasn't really able to do a whole lot of last week. He led only about 20 laps before finishing 23rd at Daytona. Look at number 4 Cash Customs 4 truck of Austin Wheeler. Cash Customs coming on board for the Tier 1 Racing League as a sponsor. So go check out Cash Customs there on Facebook for all and any of the 3D printing needs. Looking at Christopher Cash, a Kingsport, Tennessee driver. Pretty cool program he's got. I was looking at some of his stuff earlier. Pretty neat. So Cash Customs 3D printing there on Facebook. Trophies, awards, ideas, unique designs. You got it, he'll make it. That's Ryan Honeycutt choosing high, no surprise there. There's Eddie Baker lines up on the inside. Surprise that Madigan did not take advantage of what he saw last time. We saw Eddie Baker was able to get up here and contend it with Ryan Honeycutt, but chooses to restart behind him instead. Ruby lines up on the bottom again, so there's going to be a monkey see, monkey do situation, the same restart order we saw last time. 10 laps to go in the stage here. It's a dash to the finish lap 75 to end stage 2. Baker on the bottom, Honeycutt up top. Baker with the fresh rubber, Honeycutt trying to survive. Great launch here for the 51. Ryan Honeycutt brings Madigan with him on that higher lane. Madigan able to get the arch and try and steal a second from Eddie Baker. Side by side for second. 2 truck length advantage for Honeycutt. Here comes Baker and Madigan. Baker gets a bit of a bobble. So does Berube. They're going to get side by side in line for the top 4. And Madigan trying to chase down Ryan Honeycutt. Caution flag comes out. And we're going to re-rack him and restack him and try that again. Tier 1 shooter replay coming at you. Looking at Jared Collin in the 26. think Kevin Coleman also involved in this one somehow. So Kevin Coleman, no, yes. Kevin Coleman slides into the number 3 and the 26. That's a 3. The W of Scott Milken truck gets into the back bumper of Jared Collin and sends him around. So it's going to be a great angle here. Look at the send by the 3 truck. That's Milken. Just runs into the back bumper, the left rear of Jared Collin, and nothing Jared could do there. Look at the 00 of Kevin Coleman, one of the fastest trucks all night long. Going to slide into this with nowhere to go. Actually avoids contact. A little bit of spark there with the 3, and heavy hit to the inside wall, though. So I don't know if he got damaged earlier in the parking lot crash off of turn 2. 87 also involved as well. That's Chris Cornett, able to keep it straight for the most part, but Kevin Coleman has had a rough go around that cash custom. So going to be going green with less than 5 laps in the stage. Honeycutt staying out for now. Remember to stay at the end of stage 1. He pitted with about 6 laps before the end of the stage, able to cycle back up to the lead, and it's worked so far. He needs a quick caution here. If Madigan gets more than 2 or 3 laps, I think about the opportunity to pass Honeycutt. He just needs the laps. Hasn't had longer than a 3 or 4 green flag run without a caution. Luckily, all these cautions coming pretty easy with the help of Admin Box. Admin Box, built by iRacers for iRacers for use in league and hosted races. The goal, make race control as easy as possible. Each admin box connects via USB and features pre-programmed commands, no key binding for race control. The admin box community is made up of over 150 leagues and many members that all have a common mission to run nice, clean races and help each other out. So when you want to throw a quick caution, all you got to do is hit a button, just plug in your computer, press the button, and the caution comes out. You want to reduce pace laps, you want to add pace laps, you want to black flag everyone in front of you because they're faster. Pretty easy to do. The caution button, though, on Brian the Pratt, who's our race control tonight, his caution button might be a little worn out by the end of the night. As Honeycutt chooses a high lane. No surprise there. Eddie Baker down low, Madigan up top, and Berube their second car on the inside. So same order, same lineup, same positions. So, getting ready to end this stage. Caution this point should end it as Honeycutt. Green flag is out for the 51. Side by side behind them as Berube looking to go 3 wide per second. He's going to stick his nose in there, going to turn 1, gets in line behind Madigan. Thinks better of the 3 wide maneuver. Eddie Baker pulling away from Madigan on corner exit. We've seen a bit of a bobble from the 22. Able to keep it going straight. Madigan trying to steal the second from Baker and go run down Honeycutt. Eddie Baker trying to steal a second from Madigan and run down Honeycutt. Both the drivers have the speed, they just can't quite get it when they're side by side like this, and that's going to allow Ryan Honeycutt to pull away. As the yellow flag is out, that should end the stage for Ryan Honeycutt. The driver that won the pole last week starts second here tonight, able to get the stage win and a much needed stage point. Tier 1 studio replay coming up. See what happened. Looking at the 46 of Jared Hayes, that super slow machine. Super rolling indeed as he's going to get clipped on the 89. That's Eric Dillingham, and that's 19 Jeff Nairn involved as well. Nowhere to go as Hayes stops right up there by the wall. So we'll see how race control handles the stage caution here. Ryan Honeycutt slow rolling under caution, 49, 51, 52 mile an hour pace speed. Ironically, the actual pace speed, I believe, is only 50 miles an hour, and he was either below or above it. But the driver from Hendersonville is going to pick up stage number 2 from Richmond. That's one driver, that's 87, getting his lap back. That's Chris Cornett. Able to get back on the lead lap after this. Coming around now for lap 75. This should be the stage.
Let's take it.
We're gonna need one more. Shit, I already told everybody they can pit.
So Ryan Honeycutt got second last week in stage 1 after starting on the pole. It's one spot shy. This week, no problem for him after starting second. Able to get the job done here in stage number 2. It's a bit of a longer stage caution here. Just want to make sure everyone in the lineup is right and want to have it a confusing lineup of drivers coming down pit road and staying out and trying to come down as we're going green to technically complete the stage. So extending the caution there, making sure everyone stayed in their running order. So pit road is open this time by for Honeycutt. And this strategy worked out perfectly for him. Lost all the points there in stage 1, but able to pick up that that stage win and the playoff point plus 10 bonus points for winning stage 2. Much needed turnaround for him. Still got a lot of racing left to go, but Honeycutt was the first driver to finish a lap down last week, 23rd. So we're gonna go side by side, and when we come back, we'll get back green flag racing.
Your Twitch and Discord experience to the next level? Introducing Easy Daybot, your ultimate bot for seamless interaction. Whether you're live on Twitch or chatting on Discord, Easy Daybot's dynamic responses open up a whole new world of possibilities. Engage with your community like never before through unique prompts, custom reactions, and endless fun. It's the bot that understands you. Make every day an Easy Day download now at easydaybot.com.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, McConey.
We now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at McConeySetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at McConey Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Welcome to the Tier 1 Racing League, where precision, competition, and innovation come together to
So Ryan Honeycutt picks up 10 much needed stage points and a playoff point to add on to his tally for the night. Bit of a shakeup. Not sure what's happening up front. Christian Light in the 48. Gonna be side by side. Worthington was up front. Went high and wide. Got an EOL penalty. So Christian Light leading the field to green. He pitted 20 laps to go. So all the tires are 3 wide. Madigan working his way on the bottom as Light falls back to 3rd, now 4th. And Madigan side by side. They're going to have one hard hit to the inside wall in the back of the pack. Yellow flag is out. Madigan was their leader over Cameron Craighead, I believe. Bill Sleep. I think we just put him to sleep in the inside wall. Tier 1 shooter replay coming here. Looking at Bill Sleep in the 65. First time we've talked about him tonight. Normally a good thing, normally a bad thing. Go over past halfway as Christopher Cashman getting the back bumper and Bill Sleep. Hard hit to the inside. See, they've gone over half the race without us talking about him. And the first time we talk about him, unfortunately, bringing up yellow. Said. It can either be a good thing or it can either be a bad thing if he goes this long without us talking about you, unfortunately for Sleep. not the greatest thing. It's a bit of a stack up there in front of them. Kevin Coleman, West 4, Caleb Collins, Zachary Woods, Bill Sleep, and Alan Marshall. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back,
your Twitch and Discord experience to the next level? Introducing Easy Daybot, your ultimate bot for seamless interaction. Whether you're live on Twitch or chatting on Discord, Easy Daybot's dynamic responses open up a whole new world of possibilities. Engage with your community like never before through unique prompts, custom reactions, and endless fun. It's the bot that understands you. Make every day an Easy Day download now at easydaybot.com.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, McCody.
We now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at McConeySetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at McConey Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Welcome to the Tier 1 Racing League, where precision, competition, and innovation come together to create the ultimate iRacing experience. Every race, every battle, and every moment in T1TS, T1L, T1X, and special events is brought to you by Tier 1 Studios, the premier destination for professional high-quality broadcasts. Tune in and experience racing like never before. Explore everything we have to offer at Tier1RacingLeague.com. From race schedules and standings to event galleries and league signups, it's all there at your fingertips. Join the competition, watch the action, be part of the legacy. Tier 1 Racing League, where champions are made.
the technical, do apologize for the technical difficulties here tonight, but we're going to be doing a radio style broadcast here on the Tier 1 Studio Radio Network. Just Madigan leading the field under caution here. So run down the top 5. Cameron Craighead in second, Jordan Berube in third, Wes Wiegand in fourth, and Ryan Honeycutt in fifth. Some drivers have taken this caution and the last caution as an opportunity to cycle through and get some fresh tires. Kevin Coleman, Cody Mitchell, Caleb Collins, and Alan Marshall, those drivers included. Lap 87 of 150 down. Scott Milken will take it to the garage after being involved in an incident a second ago. He'll be joining Alan Marshall and Ronald Ramsdell as your drivers currently done for the evening. Justin Madigan, though, in the 76 has been the dominant truck all night long. They had flag to flag in the first stage. Ryan Honeycutt able to get stage 2 under his belt through pit strategy. Currently in that 5th position, trying to move his way up through the field. Biggest mover of tonight. Looking down at the running order, one driver up 20 spots. That's Christian Light in the 96 Toyota Camry, currently in 7th. One driver not too far behind, Wes Wiegand, up 17 spots in 4th. So field, slow rolling under caution still. Get ready to choose. Joseph Madigan choosing high. Cameron Craighead down low. Jordan Berube in line behind Madigan. Ryan Honeycutt in line behind Ruby. Wes Wiegand, second car on the inside. Austin Moore, third truck on the inside. Christian Lai involved in, now I don't say an incident, but the biggest mover of the night. Started out front at stage 2, stayed out on older tires. He's falling back to 7th. Eddie Baker inside the top 10, currently running 8th. John Garrett 9th, and Chris Cornett rounding out your top 10. So, pace car getting ready to dive in through 3. Goes below the yellow line on the pit lane. Justin Madigan, 50-mile-an-hour slow roll in the 76. Madigan, green flag is out for him. Pulls away. He gets a 3-truck length advantage over Cameron Craighead in the 48. They're side by side for a second as Jordan Berube in the admin box 22 machine falls to 3rd behind Cameron Craighead in the 48. Craighead throws a block, goes high. He goes low. Berube looking for the crossover move, not able to get his nose down anywhere. Now side by side off of turn 4. Berube on the bottom. Side by side as Cameron Craighead scrapes the wall with the right rear, keeps it going, keeps momentum up, but falls back and loses momentum a little bit. Able to stay side by side though with Berube in the 22. Jordan Berube side by side. Cameron Craighead as Madigan going to pull away their leader in all of this. 5-6 truck length advantage coming off of turn 4. Crossing start finish line as Cameron Craighead in 2nd, scraping the right rear all over the wall. Ryan Honeycutt there in 4th in line behind Berube, and Austin Weir in 4th looking inside of Honeycutt as the caution flag comes out for a wreck deep in the field. We've got 5-6 trucks involved in this one. Maybe even more. We have a parking lot for the second time tonight. Looking back at turn number 1, Jared Kahn in the 26 carries a little too much momentum, gets into the right rear in the back bumper of the 19 of Jeff Nair, and both trucks go around. As they're spinning, going around, the caution flag comes out. Nowhere to go for the 6-9 of Christopher Cash. As Kahn is stuck in the middle lane, Cash slides into him, and Greg Wood slides into Kahn as well. Daniel Worthington, nowhere to go. A bit of contact to the 67 of Greg Wood. Dakota Shepard gets ran over from behind and gets some help from the 80 of Scott Formosa. Send him around, and a couple other trucks as well all involved. A lot of minor injuries. Come down, put some duct tape, some band-aids, and you'll be good to go. So Justin Madigan, the 76 truck, currently leads the field over Cameron Craighead in the 48. Ryan Honeycutt moves up to 3rd after that green flag run there. Austin Willer in the 4 moves up to 4th. Jordan Berube in 5th. Coming down pit lane here, get some new rubber, some new tires on that 22 machine. Coming around a complete lap, 94 here for Joseph Madigan. He's been the man to beat, mentioned all night long. Set quick time in qualifying. Stage 1, a very dominant fashion. Ryan Honeycutt won stage 2. And now these two drivers all in the final 3 spots. Cameron Craighead separating them in 2nd. It's a clash of titans here tonight as Eric Dillingham in the 89 taking it to the garage. So a couple of drivers coming down and getting some tires low. So some pit strategy deep in the field. That includes Jordan Berube, Kevin Coleman, Caleb Collins, Wes Wiegand, Jared Kahn, Bill Sleep, Dakota Shepard, Christopher Cash, Greg Wood Jr., and Daniel Worthington. It's about 10 drivers playing the tire game. So Berube will be leading that field, currently at 19th in the running order. Eddie Baker runs 5th with Austin Willer there in 4th in the 4 truck in front of him. John Garrett behind those two in 6th. Dakota Ramsdale in 7th. Christian Light, biggest mover so far, up 19 positions. Running 8th, Ricky Gonzalez in 9th. Chris Cornett in 10th. Jeff Nairn 11th. Wes Fuller 12th. Zach Woods 13th. Matt Erickson 14th. Brandon Johnson 15th. Scott Formosa 16th. Cody Mitchell 17th. Jared Hayes 18th. Jordan Berube 19th. And then Kevin Coleman running out your top 20. So field chooses. Justin Madigan chooses a high lane with Ryan Honeycutt at 51, chooses his inside. Cram and Craighead behind Madigan on the outside. Austin Willer chooses the inside. Eddie Baker outside. John Garrett inside. Dakota Ramsdale outside. And then right out your top 8, Christian Light on the inside. The green flag comes back out for Joseph Madigan in the 76 truck. It's a 4-length gap at the start-finish line. Ryan Honeycutt trying to carry the momentum, try and run the low line. Not quite able to seal the deal or get his nose to the inside of Madigan, but gets a little bit of room coming off the corner. They're side by side for third behind Honeycutt and Madigan. Austin Willer inside of Cameron Craighead there for third. A bit of a bobble, loosey-goosey for Austin Willer, able to put the pedal down and get the third spot as the caution flag comes out. And this is going to be a pretty decent pile up as Christian Light goes around from inside the top 10. Looking back, Christian Light inside the top 10 running 8th. Makes a bit of contact with a 7, Ricky Gonzalez. That gets a little bit loose, overshoots a corner, slides up into Gonzalez. This carries way too much momentum around the rear end goes. When he does that, he spins out by himself. Jeff Nairn, nowhere to go, slides into him. The 6 of Zachary Wood slides into Jeff Nairn. At that point, it's just a stack-up effect. Jordan Berube, Brandon Johnson, Jared Hayes, Cody Mitchell, Kevin Coleman, and others all pile into that one. That's a block track scenario. Driver stopped low, driver stopped high. Nothing any of them could have done. Joseph Madigan had the great restart last time by. Restart on the outside. Had a 3 truck length advantage over Honeycutt going into turn 1. It was down to a truck length and a half by the time they got to turn 2. Ryan Honeycutt at 51, able to get the jump from the inside on his restarts, but it's just not enough. Needs this race to go green. Needs a green flag run here as we're coming on a complete lap. 150 laps to go. Still under caution. And while we are under caution, see if we can get a award actually with one of our drivers. Cameron Craighead currently running in the 4th position in the 48 machine. Cameron, how's your race going? Okay, guess not. Cameron did not want to be interviewed. So we're going to turn the lights on here in just a moment, hopefully. Give you your eyes back. And just like that, the power bill has been paid. The check has cleared. We are back in it. So less than 50 laps to go. So field choosing, Justin Madigan choosing outside. Honeycutt down low. Willer outside. Cameron Craig had 3rd truck in line. Eddie Baker goes 2nd truck on the inside. Chris Cornett in the 87, 3rd truck inside. John T. Garrett slowly works his way into the top 10. Not too bad for an old guy. And we 4th truck on the outside. Jordan Berube there in the inside as well in the 22. Dakota Ramsdale, Ricky Gonzalez, and Caleb Collins running out your top 10. So Joseph Madigan, that 76 truck. And the dominant truck after the 2nd stage here and before the end of the 1st stage. Looking to lead Ryan Honeycutt. to green, and he does. Josh Madigan, a 4 truck length advantage over Ryan Honeycutt in the black 51. Honeycutt able to run the lower line on the restart, get momentum. And actually this time by has got Austin Whirl in that 4 truck that's outside. Nothing can really do it. Honeycutt's going to get loose. He's going to spin in front of Austin Wheeler. Ryan Honeycutt around back bumper taken off by the 48 of Craighead. Caution flag trying to come out as drivers are sliding into a stopped Ryan Honeycutt. No yellow flag yet. Here it is. As Ryan Honeycutt hit 3-4 times there, multiple times. Year 1 studio replay coming up. See what happened. Honeycutt just gets loose in the corner, side by side with Wheeler, and just overshoots it, trying to carry the momentum, carry the speed. Never really got a chance to rebound, recover. At this point, he is gone. Back from taken off by the 48 of Craighead. Here comes Jeff Nairn in the 19 and the 28 as well. The 28 heavy hit as well. That's Matt Erickson and a couple others all sliding in. Y'all heard they could get a free shot at Ryan Honeycutt. Look at with pleasure. Honeycutt, left front fender missing. Moves down the running order on 24. Now, I'm not a betting person, but at this point, I'd bet my last savings on Joseph Madigan if I can. Honeycutt was his biggest competition, but to come down pit lane, get some of that damage fixed. Although, this might play out perfectly in his cards, as multiple drivers all coming down pit lane to get tires, as we are in the final 45 laps of this race. So drivers coming down and getting tires. That is going to be John Garrett, Ryan Honeycutt, Greg Wood Jr., Cody Mitchell, Jared Hayes, Matt Erickson, Jeff Nairn, and Alan Marshall. Current running or highest running driver on fresher tires, Christopher Cash in 69. Currently in the 13th position, pitted just about 5 laps ago. So he's going to be a man on a mission, as everyone in front of him is on decently older rubber. Some drivers only about 7 or so laps older. Realistically, only about 2 green flag laps. So one of those drivers, Jordan Ruby, who pitted on lap 93. About 14 laps ago, he runs inside the top 10, currently in 5th. Wes Wiegand and Caleb Collins also on that strap. I unfortunately don't have a caution counter somewhere. But I think we are nearing double digits. As the field chooses. Matty got on the outside. Eddie Baker moves up to a second. It's been a move Eddie Baker's done all night long. We're starting on the inside. Same tires as Madigan, but Baker knows how to get his elbows out and make the most from that inside restarting position. So coming to complete lap 108. Coming to 42 laps to go. Eddie Baker on the inside. Madigan gets a jump from the outside, and he is underway. Side by side, that's Austin Wheeler in the 4. Looking outside, the 87 of Chris Cornett, trying to make some magic happen. That 4th truck there in line. Going to spread out single file within the top 4. Now the top 5 as the 22 of Berube has company as a wreck happens in the back. And we are under caution again. Looking at Dakota Shepard in the 10 here, was running in the 12th position. Brightly colored number 10 Fanatec machine. They have the number 6 of Zachary Woods behind him. See what happens as Christopher Light gets into the 13 of Daniel Worthington, his outside, since they cut a separate down the track and the inside wall. Also, they start checking up behind him, and since the 46 Superflow of Jared Hayes super flying into the wall. Let's see if this was a matter of getting loose or getting hit. Got loose on corner exit, bit of a bobble, bit of a checkup, lost the momentum, lost the speed, and Christopher Light going the speed of Light. Didn't quite expect it there. Something he could have done. Things happen pretty fast when going over 140 miles an hour. So thank you for sticking with us here at Tier 1 Studio. Been a long night. Still 40 laps left to go. Shoes coming up here shortly. That's Worthington there, slow rolling down pit lane. And knocking on wood here. I'm hoping we don't have another caution, but if we do, we'll see if we can get a award with some of our drivers. Oh, getting ready to choose, I believe, this time. Madigan choosing the bottom for the first time tonight. Bit of a change in pace here. Austin Willer takes advantage, restarts on the outside. Chris Cornett, second car on the inside. There is Eddie Baker, chooses the outside. Second truck on the outside lane. Berube, third truck on the outside. Wes Wiegand, third truck on the inside. So Madigan will be leading the inside lane over Austin Wheeler on the outside. Wheeler looking to lead for the first time tonight in that forecast custom 3D printing machine. Madigan slow rolling through the Geico restart zone. Green flag is out. Madigan has this thing down pat. Leading over Austin Wheeler. Wheeler having to restart on the outside. That's going to allow Chris Cornett to slide in for a second. Bit of a bobble for Cornett. Heavy damage to the back bumper of that 87 truck. Side by side for a second. Eddie Baker trying to maybe pick off two birds with one stone in the 84 bobble for Cornett. Allow Eddie Baker, who has a bigger bobble, loses a ton of time off the corner. Able to keep the right rear out of the wall, though. As the top 5 drivers all get single file. Justin Madigan pulling away. No one able to put up much of a fight here. Coming to complete lap 115. Looking at this 3-wide battle inside the top 15. Cameron Craig had the 48. Christopher Cash down low. And the 72. That's Caleb Collins stuck on the outside here, falling like a boat with an anchor. Actually gets into the 48 of Craighead. Craighead right in front of the wall. Able to keep it going. The 51 of Ryan Honeycutt trying to work his way through the field. John Garrett sends it in too deep. Collects the car to his outside. And the caution is out. We'll get the replay. See exactly what happened here. We saw it in live timing. Caleb Collins in the 72 is going to be stuck on the outside here. Gets into the right rear of Cameron Craighead. They both go into the wall. John Garrett on the inside. That red and white 66 carry the momentum. Just gets really pinched off down low. Not able to get a great turn in. And he's going to carry all the speed up the racetrack into the 51 of Ryan Honeycutt. So that going below the yellow line. He knows he's in trouble. Tries to turn left as much as he can. Avoids Honeycutt. And 67 of Greg Wood actually drives kind of into the right rear and bounces him into the 72 Caleb Collins. So we're going to get a quick one now. The one driver that's got turned in the wall. That's a 48 of Cameron Craighead. Cameron, how's it going?
Going pretty good.
So we just saw you fighting there side by side with the 72. Got a little contact into the wall, but we've seen you running in the top 5 most of the night, at least the top 10, and slowly but surely working our way back up through the field as a truck actually has blown up behind you. But tell us about your race so far.
Well, I didn't have much pace at the beginning, so but at the end, I was racing up in the top 5, and I got wrecked out. So I'm kind of getting up here, just working my best to get back.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
There's Cameron Craighead in the 48. Joseph Madigan coming down pit lane and getting tires. That will give the lead, I believe, to the 4 of Austin Wheeler. The 72 is about to go a lap down. Caleb Collins, yep. So he'll get a wave around, get back, or stay on the lead lap as Joseph Madigan coming down pit lane. Brings Chris Cornett, Cody Mitchell, Daniel Worthington, Dakota Shepard, and Alan Marshall with him. The current driver for most pit stops tonight, Kevin Coleman in the 00, has made, drumroll please, 11 pit stops tonight. Drivers only had 3 sets of tires in the pits. So I don't know if he's buying tires from the wrecked out trucks or just splashing splash of fuel, topping off, getting damage fixed or what, but Kevin Coleman is working his pit crew to death here tonight. And shockingly, he hasn't pitted in the past 22 laps either. So, only driver currently on double-digit pit stops. As Austin Wheeler will be choosing, that's choosing the outside. 72 confused me there for a minute, my apologies. Eddie Baker, though, going to be restarting inside. We've seen this move by Eddie Baker before, but Austin Wheeler will be the man in control for the first time tonight. So Ryan Honeycutt moves it back in the top 10 after an earlier spin. So it's going to be one to watch as Madigan, currently running 17th and the highest running car on brand new rubber. It was the longest green flag run we've had in a while. See if he can keep it green as we're less than 30 laps to go. Wheeler on the 4 on the outside. Eddie Baker in the 84 on the bottom. Ruby there behind Wheeler in the 7 of Gonzalez in line with Baker. Green flag is out for Wheeler, and he is wheeling away. Pulls out that 2 trucking advantage going in turn 1. Eddie Baker gets in line. Gonzalez follows Baker through on the bottom as Ruby gets stuck on that high lane. Now a bit of a crossover move, a bit of a bobble. Thinks about sending it inside. He does. Deep dive, deep send from the 22 for Ruby on Gonzalez as Christopher Cash right there in the Hornets nest behind the 2 of them. These 2 have been side by side most of the night. They know how to race each other. And they're getting the job done here, fighting for 3rd as Wes Wiegand and the 1 behind him trying to follow, trying to push the 22 Ruby on through. See the bobbles, these drivers struggling to drive off. They're loosey-goosey. Ryan Honeycutt looking low on Christopher Cash, about gets into the left rear, about catches too much there. Honeycutt now looking deep inside, deep send, 3 wide bottom. That's a 48 of Craighead up top, and here comes Ryan Honeycutt working his way through. He's got 20 lap. Oh, tires to the 76. Their dominant truck gets turned. Joseph Madigan gets hit head on from the 28. Gets sent into the air as they are still wrecking in front of Madigan here. And Joseph Madigan, the best truck on track, the best truck all night. One of the most dominant in the Tier 1 Racing League. His night goes from good to basically over. He will have a faster pair, I believe, to use, and we'll see what happened here. That's Greg Wood in the 6-7 his outside. I'm going to say there's probably going to be a bobble here somewhere, but he's working his way inside the top 10. That Greg Wood, bit of a bobble. This gets loose in the left rear of Madigan. Nothing he could have done. They're going to get driven into from behind. That's the 80 of Scott Formosa. And then looking at yellow 28 truck. See if we can get an onboard with the 28 of Matt Erickson. If our onboard camera survived. Because this is going to be a fantastic point of view. Sees a 67 block in the middle. Sees a Madigan 76 up by the wall. No way he could avoid them. Right rear into the air. And the DeForest, Wisconsin driver popping a wheelie in a 3,400-pound stock car. I mean, basically no warning. Sees light there, hit the inside wall, and split second decision. 8 out of 10 for the air. As Madigan comes down, gets a fast repair. A heartbreak for him, was picking up the spots. Was about to move into the top 10 as Austin Willer, still your leader with 24 laps left to go. Oh, it's been a very eventful night. Of note, the most competitive drivers, Ryan Honeycutt, Joseph Madigan, both part of that limited esports team. At least they're in Discord together, so I'm assuming they're on the same team there. Working together, maybe shared some notes. That's Honeycutt trying to carry the torch, currently up to that 6th position, and one of the highest running drivers on fresher rubber. The top 5, Austin Willer, Eddie Baker, Ricky Gonzalez, Jordan Berube, and Wes Wiegand. Wiegand, the biggest mover as they run right now. Up 16 spots in that one truck. Start all the way back in 21st. So Greg Wood, coming off a podium finish last week. Trouble for him. Brings out a caution. That's going to allow Austin Willer to lead the field back to green. Eddie Baker looking inside, going into turn 1. The 84 machine is there. Falls back a little bit, able to give the spot and seal the deal to Austin Wheeler. Side by side for 4th. That's a 51 Honeycutt working his way through. Ricky Gonzalez falls behind him. Gets in line. John Garrett looking high. Wiegand looking low. Honeycutt trying to get the spot from Berube. Wiegand trying to get the spot from Garrett. Craighead trying to get the spot from Dakota Ramsdell. All these drivers in a hornet's nest, all these drivers in a hurry. 21 laps to go for Austin Wheeler. But this truck right there, the 51, working inside of Jordan Berube. He's going to steal 3rd off of turn number 4 here. As the yellow flag is out, we're going to re-rack him. We're going to restack him. We're going to try this one. Looking at Dakota Ramsdell, just looking at him. The 83, Cameron Craighead in the 48, Wes Wiegand in the 1. Bit of contact there, 3 wide. Ramsdell goes up into the wall, excuse me, and backs her into it. Let's see what happened here. Craighead looking low, sends it deep on Wiegand. Wiegand not really giving it a moment to react to the send by Craighead. Runs a little bit higher up the track, and the wide open throttle 83 Toyota Camry hits the wall, wide open, right by the Papa John's pizza sign too. What a shame. Tier 1 video replay. Currently, as they run, I think Ryan Honeycutt going to be hard to beat. 30 that pressure tires, then 2 trucks in front of him. Currently runs 3rd. Madigan able to move up multiple spots that run into the 8th position. So he's got his work cut out for him. We're going green with about 16 laps left to go. So Madigan and Honeycutt, your 2 stage winners tonight. Regardless, looking for a shakeup in points. As Jeff Nairn, current points leader, runs 14th. Greg Wood, 2nd place in points. He is down in the running order in 20th. John T. Garrett was 3rd in points coming tonight. Currently runs 6th. Austin Wheeler, their leader, is 4th in points. Caleb Collins is up front most of the night. Currently runs 16th low, 5th in points. Jared Magoon not in attendance, so he'll fall down the points. Zachary Woods was 7th. Coming into tonight, he's 18th. Wes Fuller was 8th. So far, inside the top 10 in that 10th spot. Christian Light, it's not been a good night for Mr. Light. Currently 26 and was 9th in points. Kevin Coleman, 001 your DNF. So Coleman, 34 laps down. Mentioned he had the double-digit pit stop going. currently holding the record. So that was your top 10 points as they run. Obviously, still a lot of racing left to go this season. Only the second race in. Next week, go to the 1.5 mile out west. We go to Las Vegas, Nevada. These cars, that track, always puts on a great combination. A lot of draft, a lot of high-speed corners, a lot of tire conservation. Expected to be a different style of racing than tonight. Then we go right back to another short track, a 1/2 mile from Bristol, Tennessee. That's Bristol Motor Speedway. And we go to Chicagoland up there in Joliet. Or we get our hot dogs out. Go to race number 6 at Martinsville with an off week, and then Auto Club, Talladega, and IRP for our regular season finale. So all these races are Monday, 8:45 p.m. Eastern. Catch them here on Tier 1 Studio. So get ready to catch Austin Wheeler leading the field from the outside, that number 4 truck. Trying to hold off Ryan Honeycutt in the 51 and Eddie Baker in the 84. Honeycutt side by side with Baker for a second. Wheeler able to hang on to the lead through 1 and through 2. Honeycutt able to get the run off the corner. Bit of a bobble by both of them as one truck goes around. Multiple drivers airborne in the back half of the field, and we'll see what happened here. Jared Sleep all involved in this one. Looking at the 26, Jared Collin was running 23rd. I think he's going to slide into it. I think he's going to wreck in front of him here. Yeah, at this point they're already wrecking. Nothing he can do except slide into it. 6, Zachary Woods gets airborne. 65 of Bill Sleep involved. Kind of towards the front of this one. So where does he start in front of Zachary Woods here even? Look at the 48, maybe the 7 of Gonzalez is where I think this is really going to start. So Madigan involved too, it looks like. So trouble for Joseph Madigan. So looking at Ricky Gonzalez in the 7 here, outside of John Garrett. He's running inside the top 10. That's Cameron Craighead behind him in the 48, West Weekend in the 1, and Joseph Madigan in the 76. Madigan into the 48, Craighead into Gonzalez. Gonzalez goes around. Craighead goes around. Madigan makes contact with Craighead there. And at this point, Craighead blocking the middle lane. Drivers going 3-4 wide, trying to block at the 80. Nowhere to go. Slammed in the 87. That's Scott Formosa and Chris Cornett. At this point, Zachary Woods slides into Cornett. Right side's in the air. Bill Sleep around the 26 of Jared Collin in the inside wall. Drivers going low, drivers going high, drivers going wide, drivers going through the middle, and drivers going over one another. Doing what they can to make it through. That's going to set Justin Madigan back to 15th. Zachary Woods, I think I have 3, maybe even 4 tires off the ground. An eventful night as Austin Wheeler tries to hang on for 13 more laps. We do have 2 green white checkers in the bank. We need to withdraw them. So we'll see what happens there. It'd be ironic if Christopher Cash withdraws our green white checkers. Or the truck with Cash Customs on the Austin Wheeler in number 4. Austin Wheeler will get the green with 11 laps to go. Honeycutt to his inside. Honeycutt restarting on the inside for, I believe it might be the first time tonight. He's chosen outside for the majority of times when he was with Madigan there. And now looking to get his elbows and his hands out and dirty. Already leaning on Wheeler. That's Baker in line behind Honeycutt. Green flag is out there for Wheeler. Bit of a stack up from the outside. 2 try to take advantage already. Cross the line. Going into turn 1. Honeycutt deep spin from there. Makes up the room. Makes up the gap. Makes up the momentum. Puts the foot on the loud pedal edge. Go time for Honeycutt. Drivers in the wall behind him. No caution yet. Running yellow line on 3 and 4 as Austin Wheeler actually able to pull away a little bit for now. John Garrett moving into the top 5, making a move on Cody Mitchell in the 44. Look at John Garrett 66, the Athens screen printing machine. Beautiful looking truck trying to work his way up to a podium finish here. Wes Fuller, 35, trying to chase down the 1 of Wes Wiegand. Christopher Cash in 69, and Cameron Craighead there in the 48. Your top 10. As Cash, a bit of a bobble, more bobbling through the trial here. As Austin Wheeler goes purple. Best lap of the night goes to Austin Wheeler. Last time by. Eddie Baker making a move for third on Berube. And Austin Wheeler, despite having older tires, might be able to hang on for the lead as Baker trying to bake his way into the podium. That's Berube the 22. Side by side a gap. Really dead nuts even. John Garrett though trying to work his way around both of these trucks, maybe pick off 2 birds with 1 stone. Closes in on the back bumper of Baker. Now goes to the high line, able to choose his lane, choose his line, pick which lane he wants to go with. 7 laps to go for Austin Wheeler. Last time by, as the caution flag comes out, advantage was the Honeycutt. But we're going to re-rack him. We're going to restack him. And hopefully for the final time tonight, we're going to try it again. See what happens? See a 28 and the 7 slow rolling here. See Greg Wood 3 wide with Gonzalez. I'm going to put my money here and say it's right here. That Gonzalez gets loose going in the corner. Able to avoid contact. Multiple drivers checking up. Multiple drivers sideways. Multiple drivers able to keep it going straight. That's the cleanest caution I've seen tonight as Daniel Worthington bumper level to 87. And our set us up for a quick dash to the finish here. Riding on board with Gonzalez. As he overshoots a corner, seen it multiple times tonight. 28 does a great job at avoiding the barrels and avoiding Gonzalez. So Austin Wheeler able to turn the quickest lap this race out of basically nowhere on 70 lap old tires. Absolutely insane. Look at the pit stint for these drivers. I mean, you'd think in theory that Ryan Honeycutt would have the advantage. So did that pressure tires over Austin Wheeler. That's not the story though. Justin Madigan trying to rebound from earlier incidents. Currently runs 12th, so the dominant truck most of the night. Not even inside the top 10. Shows how quickly things can happen. Ryan Honeycutt, though, he started on the pole last week at Daytona. Able to lead a handful of laps, able to get second in stage 1. All said and done, crosses the line in 23rd. Leading 13 laps. All in that first portion of the race. Doesn't even finish on the lead lap. Well, the moon has changed tide here for Honeycutt. Currently in second. Has a little bit fresher tires than Austin Wheeler, but we've seen that doesn't make a huge difference. But has a shot to win and a shot to lock themselves into the playoff. So Austin Wheeler trying to do the same. Same with Eddie Baker. Jeff Nairn currently the only driver locked in. You do have to show up to at least 7 of the 9 regular season events, though. So last week, Jeff Nairn only led 1 lap to get his win. Wheeler, Honeycutt, and Baker, I believe, have all led some. I don't think Berube has. So Jordan Berube currently on that catbird position. As Austin Wheeler goes high, Ryan Honeycutt goes low. It's going to be a natural green light checkered. We have 2 overtime finishes in the bank. We need a pace car. Pulls down pit lane. Austin Wheeler leaning on Ryan Honeycutt. Gets a great launch. Honeycutt gets a better launch. Able to get side by side across the line. Falls back a little bit. Here comes Berube looking for second in the 22 truck. Honeycutt off the back bumper of Wheeler. Wheeler off of turn 2. Able to put the power down. Able to pull away a little bit from Honeycutt. Going into turn 3. Honeycutt closes the gap, closes that advantage, gets into the back bumper of Wheeler, trying to move him up the track, not able to do so. White flag is out for the final time. Richmond Raceway is on their feet. 3/4 of a mile to go for Austin Wheeler. Ryan Honeycutt all over the back bumper. Try and make a move, looking for a late send, maybe a deep dive into turn 3. See what he's got. He's sending it. Not able to get there. Austin Wheeler off of turn 4. Will go to victory lane tonight. Austin Wheeler gets it done from Richmond. What a finish. What a race. Able to get the job done. Ryan Honeycutt in second. Jordan Berube in third. Eddie Baker fourth. And John Garrett rounding out your top 5. Congratulations, driver from Richmond, Virginia, the hometown kid. Getting the job done here tonight, able to hang on, able to hold off Ryan Honeycutt. Locks himself into the playoffs, and the Cash Customs driver, the same day they announced the Cash Customs 3D printing deal for the league, I think he'll be 3D printing himself a trophy. As Austin Wheeler's going to burn it down. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll go through full results and interviews.
Your Twitch and Discord experience to the next level? Introducing Easy Daybot, your ultimate bot for seamless interaction. Whether you're live on Twitch or chatting on Discord, Easy Daybot's dynamic responses open up a whole new world of possibilities. Engage with your community like never before through unique prompts, custom reactions, and endless fun. It's the bot that understands you. Make every day an Easy Day download now at easydaybot.com.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, McCody.
We now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at McConeySetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at McConey Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Welcome to the Tier 1 Racing League, where precision, competition, and innovation come together to create the ultimate iRacing experience. Every race, every battle, and every moment in T1TS, T1L, T1X, and special events is brought to you by Tier 1 Studios, the premier destination for professional high-quality broadcasts. Tune in and experience racing like never before. Explore everything we have to offer at Tier1RacingLeague.com. From race schedules and standings to event galleries and league signups, it's all there at your fingertips. Join the competition, watch the action, be part of the legacy. Tier 1 Racing League, where champions are made.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the virtual Richmond Raceway here from Richmond, Virginia. My name is Brayton Lester, calling the action tonight with Brett Boulder working the control as our producer for the second race of the Tier 1 Truck Series. Austin Wheeler gets the job done. The hometown kid locked himself in the playoffs. Ryan Honeycutt able to finish finally on the podium after starting second here tonight. Jordan Berube there in third. Eddie Baker in fourth. John Garrett wraps up another top 5 finish, and I think should move into the points lead with that. Cody Mitchell there in 6th, Dakota Ramsdale in 7th, Cameron Craighead in 8th, Wes Wiegand in 9th, and Wes Fuller rounds out your top 10. Christopher Cash in 11th, Joseph Madigan in 12th, Caleb Collins in 13th, Greg Wood Jr. in 14th, Bill Sleep in 15th, Brandon Johnson in 16th, Ricky Gonzalez in 17th, and then Scott Formosa there in 18th. That's the first half of the field. Looking down, it's going to be Daniel Worthington in 19th, Zachary Woods in 20th, Chris Cornett in 21st, Matt Erickson in 22nd, rounding out your drivers on the lead lap. Jeff Nair in last week's winner, 23rd, 2 laps down. Jared Hayes, 24th, 4 down. Jared Cullen, 16 down in 25th. Kristen Light in 26th. Dakota Shepard, 27th. Kevin Coleman in 28th. And then looking at their final finishing order, it's going to be Eric Dunham, Scott Milk, and Alan Marshall rounding out your list of drivers that saw the green flag here tonight. Ron Ramsdale did not. So we've got some podium finishers looking to get a chat with us here, and we're going to start with the man who bested them all, Austin Wheeler gets it done. The hometown kid, able to hang on, able to defend Ryan Honeycutt and get his first win in the Tier 1 Truck Series.
Yeah, man, what's going on, buddy?
It is going on. He's putting a great show, and I'm not going to lie, I didn't think you'd be able to get it done. Honeycutt had a tire advantage over you, but able to not just win, but win in almost dominating fashion, leading the third most laps of any driver here tonight.
Yeah, I was really mired in traffic most of the night. Got caught up in one of the wrecks, and I just couldn't find the front. Little pit strategy helped out a little bit, and just try to stay up there.
And then talking about the cautions, 20 cautions for 82 laps, over half the race. How did that affect you talked about having some pit strategy, but how did that affect your pace of race and kind of changing the way you would stay out versus not staying out?
Yeah, I mean, it was hard. It was hard to get into an actual rhythm. Every time you get 3, 4, 5 laps going, there'd be another caution, and you kind of had to restart your process. But it set it up good for the tire wear, so you were able to take a little bit of strategy into the race, which was nice. But it was the couple of runs we had that were 15, 20 laps. They were fun.
So looking at the points, I thought John Garrett might be able to steal the points lead, but I think you might come out of the points lead. You didn't do super hot in the earlier stages, but winning the race is a great points boost for you. Came in tonight fourth in points, only 4 points out of the lead, and you definitely beat Jeff Nairn, Greg Wood, and John Garrett there in front of you. So talking about the rest of the season, we got Bristol in a couple weeks. We got Las Vegas next week, Chicago, then Martinsville, and then a couple other races before we get to the playoffs. Any track you're looking forward to in particular?
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed most of the tracks that are on the schedule. I like Vegas a lot. Bristol will be a fun short track. Chicagoland probably be a lot of drafting. So we're gonna see. I'm sure we're gonna have some different kinds of setups than what you're used to with regular fixed iRacing. So that'll make it another challenge itself.
Thank you for taking time to speak with us. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, absolutely. Wheels Painting, Cash Customs, all the sponsors on the car tonight. WFO Racing did great teamwork tonight, going through strategy and trying to stay towards the front. So thanks to all those guys, and looking forward to next week.
All right. Well, best of luck. I'm sure we'll be talking to you throughout the season.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Austin Wheeler in the Cash Customs number 4 truck, leading 32 laps tonight and right to his victory. The driver, though, coming home second. It's going to be the driver that led 34 laps. Ryan Honeycutt in the 51, place in pit strategy, able to win stage 2, but ultimately comes up short of the victory here tonight. Ryan, tell us about your race.
Yeah, I felt like I had one of the best trucks. I felt like I was quicker than everybody. I think Joseph might have been quicker. I just made that mistake pretty early in stage 3, got pretty sideways and just lost it and had to go to the back. And by the time I got to the front, I had maybe a 10, 15 lap tire advantage, but it was gone by the time I got there. So it was just straight speed. And I think I was just fast enough to get to him, but I don't think I got to pass him without having to move him out the way. And I just I didn't want to wreck him with 2 to go in the second race of the season. So I kind of was like, well, can't beat him clean. I don't want to race anyone like I wouldn't want to be raced. So I just held on to second, but part of it.
It's been a bad but good couple of weeks for you to start out the season. You got the pole last week at Daytona, led 13 laps. You lead 34 laps here tonight at Richmond, and you get second, but still eluding that big win to lock you into the playoffs. So you're feeling pretty safe, though, about your odds come playoff time?
You never feel safe because when you get to playoffs, it's going to be 3 races, and then they're eliminating 4. But that was kind of why I played there. I just wanted to get that stage point to get stage 2. I knew I wasn't going to win stage 1 on speed, so played the strategy to win the stage and thought I was going to have a shot to win. But I know if you keep putting yourself in a position like that, eventually it'll come around. Like past 2 weeks, it's just been dumb mistakes that took me out of it. So to clean up the races, eventually a win should come. So.
Thank you for taking the time to speak with us. Anyone we want to thank here tonight?
Not really. Just Joseph, my teammate. He made the paint. It's just a black truck, so just happy to be here.
It definitely stood out, I will say that. So I'm sure we'll be talking quite a bit, and congratulations on a second place run here tonight.
All right, thank you.
One driver, though, able to survive, able to make the most of it. Finishes third tonight. It's going to be Jordan Berube in the 22. Jordan, tell us about your race.
Yeah, had an issue there, a little past halfway. I don't know. I just qualified well, and with how the early parts of the race went, I knew that track position was going to be a key factor. So I was just doing what I can to stay ahead of everyone else on pit stops and whatnot.
It's a bit of a turnaround for both you and Ryan Honeycutt. Last week it was a rough go round after starting there in 11th at Daytona, running into the top 10 for a good majority of the race, and ultimately finished 25th, 4 laps down, knocks it deep down in points, and able to turn around with a third place finish here tonight.
Yeah, I was really hoping that I'd have a good run tonight. This is one of my favorite tracks to drive on, and it just seems to suit my driving styles. And so, yeah, I felt it's good to get a top 3 finish after last week's sad ending.
Well, thank you, though, for taking the time to speak with us. Anyone we want to thank?
Gotta thank Easy Daybot for being a sponsor of the league, admin box, and I think I saw that Cash Customs just joined on earlier, so welcome to them and thank you for the support.
Thank you for taking time to speak to us, and we'll be seeing you throughout the season.
All right, have a good night.
Thank you. Jordan Berube, driver finishing third here tonight. The only driver on the podium to not lead any laps after leading 6th last week at Daytona. So, taking a quick look to tomorrow night, the Tier 1 Legend Series will be back on track for race number 4 from Langley. See how that one sorts out. We've had 3 races so far, 3 winners, Todd Byer, Ryan Bosley, and Eric Sellers. Also, your current podium as far as points go. So catch the action here on Tier 1 Studio, both on YouTube and Twitch. Tonight, 8:45 p.m. Eastern. If you have any interest in running in either Tier 1 Legends, the Tier 1 Truck, or the Tier 1 Xfinity Series, getting back on track this Wednesday night as well at Milwaukee. Go check them out over at tier1racingleague.com. Also on social media platforms to get more information there, find full schedules, see results, see points, and more. So then next week as well, the Tier 1 Truck Series will be back from a less caution-filled, hopefully, 100-lap dash at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Going to be a fun one here under the lights. Catch all the action as well next Monday night, 8:45 p.m. Eastern, with myself on the call and Brett Bullard working the controls as our producer. This has been a wrap for tonight. I'm going to take a moment to thank all of our fans at home for watching, all of our fans at home for listening, as well as all of our sponsors of the series in Tier 1 Racing League. McConaughey Setup Shop, Easy Daybot, Admin Wrap Surgeon, Cash Customs 3D Printing, Tier 1 Studio, Tier 1 Racing League, and the Tier 1 Merch Store. My name has been Brayton Lasher, calling to action tonight here from Richmond Raceway. Brett Bullard working the controls as a producer. Thank you to everyone for listening. Thank you for everyone at home for watching, and thank you all of our drivers for taking a moment to speak with us. And we will see you tomorrow night from Langley.